Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Gran Turismo 7 money making methods and builds. Today's video is thanks to a long-term subscriber and viewer called Rahdi. He sends me these kind of glitched and broken builds all of the time. However, I was shying away from the money grind for the last kind of month and a half or so I never got around to covering it. This one he sent around about a month ago and I finally got around to trying it thanks to you guys answering the poll and basically saying that you guys wanted, the money builds and stuff back. So all credit goes to him. His link will be in the description down below. So I'm going to take you through step by step, and the first thing you want to do is go over to Brand Central and head over to the AMG tab. Once you get there, head into the showroom and go all the way to the right hand side to this model here, the Mercedes AMG GT Black Series from 2020. It will set you back 420,000 credits, and as you can see, it's putting out some decent performance figures from standard, but we're going to mess around with that and get over 1,000 brake horsepower. After the Brand Central, you want to go ahead and select the car and then go into your showcase. Press current car and type in my channel's username. Once you've done that, just go ahead and press content search. This will be the result that you'll get. It'll be the AMG Tokyo by Rahdi himself. Click on that. You want to then apply this to your car. This will give you all the aero parts and wheel sizes and everything like that that you'll need for this glitch to work. If you use any other livery or any other kind of showcase livery, it just will not work. So use this one only. In terms of performance parts, you will need weight reduction at stage 1 and these sports soft tires from the sports category. Over into club sports, you'll need bore up, and then if we go down here, weight reduction stage 2, and then in the bottom left you'll also need the ballast. Onto semi-racing, you'll need the racing crankshaft, fully customizable computer, high RPM turbo, fully customizable LSD, fully customizable manual transmission, weight reduction stage 3, and increased body rigidity. From racing, this is where you'll need motion parts, engine balance tuning, polished ports, anti-lag system, racing intercooler, racing air filter, racing silencer, racing brake pads, but do not buy the discs. You will not be changing the brake system, brake balance controller, fully customizable suspension, and weight reduction stage 4. We'll also be using a hydraulic handbrake in case you need to get it sideways a bit, and the 4-wheel steering controller. You don't need these, but you can use them if you want to. Onto the tuning sheet itself, and it's very specific, and I'll show you why. So put your sports soft tires on, put your fully customizable suspension on, and then in terms of its settings, it actually doesn't need editing at all. Your standard sheet should look like this with this fully customizable suspension on. Same with the differential. You don't really need to change anything there. Then you want to make sure you've got the fully customizable manual on, set it to 360, and then don't really worry about the gears. Ballast is important, and I will come back to that later. In terms of the ECU, again, make sure it's fully customizable. We are not power limiting this build at all. It is on maximum output. 280 at the front aero, which is all the way to the right and max, and then all the way to the left at the rear for the minimum at 290. Then we have all the parts on, including the anti-lag. You can turn this up to strong and then just leave it there. This will give you, again, a little bit more power and a little bit more juice off of the acceleration side of things. At this point, you just want to make sure that all the parts that you've got on the car match up to exactly what I've got on there. So things like the brake system and the clutch and flywheel, they're not changed, but everything else pretty much is. Same with the perma mods. If you've already got mods on this thing, buy yourself a new engine or a new body and just set it accordingly. So as you can see, we've pretty much got all of them on. So this is where the glitch seems to happen. It's to do with the downforce and it's to do with the ballast. So if we move it around just a touch too much, it will basically shoot all the way up to near 750 performance points, which is not what you want. If you get it wrong, you'll be looking at those numbers. You can kind of play around with the ballast, so you can have it anywhere from about 40 to 43, anything either side of that, and you won't be able to get it right. So as you can see, it's just going to shoot up and down just with the slightest amount of changes done to the ballast and such. Same with the downforce. If I went ahead and just edited that, it will just shoot itself up, and you'll have to kind of get the specific settings to ensure that you get it in line and under that 600. So as you can see there, I just move it one touch and it completely throws off the entire build. So it is very specific. Ensure that you pause when you need to. This will ensure that you don't run into any troubles, and obviously make sure that you're actually running the livery that I showed you. In terms of the event itself, you want to head over into Asia. It'll be on the right hand side, and then into Tokyo Expressway in Japan. Click that one and it's going to be this one here, World Touring Car 600. Classic event, we all know it. Can be a little bit finicky in terms of its clean race bonus, but I'll explain that as well. So go ahead and enter that one. In terms of your difficulty, I do recommend running it on hard. This will reduce the amount of traffic that you'll run into during the race. Okay, so let's talk about the Tokyo clean race bonus, because this is where a lot of people get confused. In terms of losing the clean race bonus, there's only one way that you will, by hitting the AI. If you're using a car from update 1.27 onwards, then it's a bit of a different parameter. It's much harder to get the clean race bonus with those. You cannot ride the walls at all. However, this is a launch car, and for some reason, you can ride the walls and bump into the walls without losing that clean race bonus. You just need to be very, very careful of the AI, not only on the opening lap, but even when you're overlapping them. Hence why I will tell you, run the hardest difficulty, because it will reduce the amount of traffic that you'll run into during the race. You will still run into some, just be extra cautious when you get near them. Take your time if you need to. So let's get straight into the strategy that I use at Tokyo with this car. As soon as you get in, keep it at fuel mix 1 and absolutely plant your foot to the floor. This car has enough power to outrun the AI no matter what difficulty you're on by turn 1. You should be way past them and all good to go. Once you get to turn 1, you then want to edge yourself to the left, ride the wall, and that is it. You don't want to ride any more walls throughout the track. In all honesty, it won't benefit you, it will just slow you down. Also, once you get to the end of the straight, turn the fuel to 6, which is the leanest mode. The reason for this is because fuel mix 6 will reduce the amount of power your car is going to be putting down, hence it will reduce your wheel spin. The only really edgy lap I've noticed with this car is lap 1, and even then it's really not that bad, as long as you're taking your time and just trying to get yourself through lap 1. After that, the track will dry up a lot more, so fuel mix 6 by the time you get to turn 1 for the rest of lap 1, and then we're going to put it to fuel mix 4 like I'm about to show you. So once you hit the tunnel at the end of lap 1, you can put the car in fuel mix 4. All you're going to do now is just leave it and drive around as normal, continuing to run the edge of the turn 1 barrier. Again, you won't lose the clean race bonus there, don't worry about that, just do not hit the AI. This car still has enough power at fuel mix 4, but basically what we're going to be doing is essentially extending our first stint. Once you get to lap 4, this is when the track is pretty much dry conditions and your lap time should massively increase at this point of the race. Now, tyre wear is going to be an issue, as well as fuel wear around about the end of lap 6. This is when you want to take your first pit stop. Again, put another set of softs on and fill the car to full. So you've done your long boring stint, and now you're basically just going to be going flat out for the rest of the race. Tyre wear will be a lot more now, so the sport softs will not last as long now the track's fully dry, so you will be forced into doing another pit stop for tyres. So this is why we're going to make up for it by running the maximum output for the rest of the race. The car's still pretty good on fuel, but you may have to do like a bit of extra. So as soon as you're out of the pits, boost it up to fuel mix 1 and just leave it there for the rest of the race. You will have to pit again in a couple of laps. Once you've done that, you'll then just continue as you were for now. Your second pit stop wants to come at the end of lap 9. If you go any further, you'll be basically spinning yourself off. Put yourself another set of soft tyres on. This will get you all the way to the end of the race, so you don't need to worry about doing another pit stop. I also recommend putting a little bit more fuel in. Usually the notch is enough to signify where you need to fuel to. However, I like to be on the extreme caution side and put a little bit extra in, just to ensure that I don't kind of, end up running out of fuel at any moment. After that, yep, you're pretty much good to go. Just absolutely power around all the way until the end of the event. You should realistically be kind of setting times around a 157 to a 152. That's how quick the one lap pace of this car really is. Eventually we are going to finish up with just enough fuel left, hence why I put a little bit more in, and the tyres still just hanging in there. We're going to do the 12 laps in around about 24 minutes. Now, Rahdi does claim that you can do a very, very low 24. Mine was more a mid to high 24 minutes. As you can see, this run here was a 24:41.556, lapping all of the AI, even on the hardest difficulty. Our fastest lap was lap 12, which was the final lap, with a 1 minute 52.994. So yes, the one lap pace of this car is very, very good. If anything, this car really reminds me of the old Corvette method from back in the day. If anyone remembers that method, please let me know. If you do, you're probably an OG channel viewer and have been doing these money glitches and methods for a long time. So your reward is going to be 825k in around about 24 minutes. So it's nice and easy. And in all honesty, the clean race bonus really isn't that bad. So again, a big shout out to Rahdi. I'm sorry that it took me so long to get him round to making this video. I was just kind of keeping myself away from the, the money glitches and money method side of things. I got a little bit fed up, but you guys clearly want to see the content, so that's exactly what I'm bringing you. Let me know how you get on with this build. It's absolutely awesome. Any issues, comment them below and I will help you try and get a fix for it, although it's pretty easy to get this one up and running. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn those notifications on so you don't miss an upload from me. I upload GT7 and motorsport content each and every day for your viewing pleasure. My Discord, Twitter, donation link, that'll all be in the description down below. And a big thank you to every single one of you. Peace.